Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, early birds. I'm just watching my pre-market action right now here. So just gonna look what Clough is doing. Look at Clough right now. This is the 1 minute chart on Clough. It's just after the big day it had yesterday, moving up again. So people really like this stock. This is the 5 minute here on my left hand side, and this is the 1 minute on my right hand side, and there is Clough really trying to get above this 1350 line right now. So this was the day of Clough yesterday, and this looks to be a second day runner. Or was this it for Clough? You never know, of course, with these stocks, but don't want to chase these stocks in open market because you know why. It can just pull the rug and then you're down again. But no, it doesn't seem to get to that 1350 right now. So there's just some pre-market action for you right now. AMC also ripping. This is AMC trying to get there again today. Just had a mediocre day yesterday, as you can see here, but you recognize this pattern and how you can trade this, don't you? So be careful if you do. But AMC in pre-market action really getting up there, along with Clough and SNDL also trying, but it's a difficult one, I think. Clough does not seem to get above the 1350 mark. So what I'm normally doing if I want to trade stocks like these, you can, if you see volume like this coming in a pre-market with a stock that's not that big, then I'm just waiting for the 5 minute chart here, this one now. And I see some confirmation that this was not just a high, and I want to see that on a 5 minute chart. So to see this one breaking and then you get in. So this is on a 1 minute charts almost to double top, but almost is not there. So tries to get 1315 right now. Good morning, OP. Good morning, Fras. Good morning, Blind Trader. Good morning, Hamad from Dubai. Yeah, we just showed you AMC, so AMC is gonna do some good today, I think. Good morning, BKM. So watching Clough here right now. This is the 5 minute chart on your left-hand side of the screen. It really tries to get up. So what you want to see is this 5 minute candle here has to make a new high in order to believe in the stock. At least that's my plan when I trade pre-market. But there's the fall. That's 13 cents in 1 or 2 seconds. Did you see that? So Clough has a little bit of difficulty getting there, and so does AMC. So this is the 5 minute chart AMC, 5 minute candle AMC. Almost, that's just big. So a lot of action on AMC, but I also want to see on AMC that this next 5 minute candle has to make a new high, but you have to be very careful trading this one because we all know what can happen to AMC if you want to trade this in the pre-market. It's only 13,000 to get in with any decent share size. So would be very careful if you trade AMC in pre-market. I'm not going to do that, but just to show you that there can be a lot of action in the morning, and there was the break. In pre-market, you have to do everything by hand because, well, you cannot put a market order in. So you really know what you're doing. Was this a fake breakout or was it not? I'm not sure. BlackBerry, I'm not sure what's happening with BlackBerry. Is BlackBerry doing also this spike up here on the 1 minute chart? And this is the 5 minute chart, but is this just going to be a fade the rest of the day? Was this the big spike and then it's going to fade, or will it just take out this 1650 level here? And you can try to, but there's no volume also whatsoever here. 4,000 shares traded, so you cannot. If you get in, you might just not get out. So that's the problem here. It's a price action trade, BlackBerry, because of the fact that these levels that I put in here are no longer levels that you can work with. So this is not looking something that I want to trade based on levels. Sure, I want this one. I want to see this break here, but on BlackBerry, you really have to be careful and really have to be sure that you know what you're doing. And if you cannot put in levels, and I'm a level trader, as you all know by now, I think you know, and if you're new to the show, that's what I do. So on the right-hand side of my screen right now, you see the daily. And on the daily, I have the 200 SMA, the 50, the EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 9. And the 50 and the 200 are the most important on the daily. And on my 1 minute, I also have the same charts, but the 200 is not as important as it is on a daily on a 1 minute chart. So I'm looking mostly at the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA on the 1 minute, and then also here on the 5 minute, these are my moving average here. So this is the 9 and this is 20. And this, when the 9 EMA is here at this point here, 1592, and the stock is trading around 1626, then this is what we call overextended on the 5 minute chart. So this is overextension. So somewhere down the line, the stock will try to get to that 9 EMA again, or the 9 EMA will get to the stock again. In both cases, you will either be chopping through a lot of red, or you will have to wait a long time in order to be sure that there's no longer overextension. Well, now trading in pre-markets, 5 minutes is always overextended, so you don't have to worry about that as much as you do when markets open. But this is called overextension on the 5 minute chart on the 9 EMA, and BlackBerry decides to go down. So this brown one is my VWAP, and on a 1 minute, even in pre-market, VWAP is an important indicator. And now people are selling because some of the people who woke up here one here. So you have to imagine people are going to sleep here, didn't trade show, and saw this and thought, okay, I'm going to sell. And that's what you see here. And if it's another person, it's an algo. So for BlackBerry or for any, then going down the rest of pre-market or a short on BlackBerry during markets open. If it's trying to get there again and find some strength above VWAP, then you can maybe trade it in an hour or two or something. So that's just some pre-market action for you right now. So what is Clough doing? Having a lot of trouble getting above this 1343 mark here. So you can see here also overextension a lot. But just a few on what happens in the first minutes of market open. Nokia, really? Nokia doing something? Let's see Nokia. Ooh, yeah, it's doing something, but not what you want to see. So you have to trade this one also on price action. We told that earlier in one of the other early bird shows because, well, you don't want to see this one fall behind this 15.4. So this could be a level here. So, but it's just now here, not knowing what to do. So if you want to go long in this one, 44 will be your support, and then this green line here will be your next support if you want to short it. And to the upside, well, this is an obvious level here at 568, but not a lot of room to trade Nokia, I think, today. So let's look at what happened yesterday. This is ATOS. So we looked at this stock yesterday. This is the daily chart ATOS on 3 occasions. That it had a lot of trouble here in this area, 485 and then 509. So if you see something like this happening, and we told you yesterday, if you see something like this happening, then be aware, because if it breaks a level like this, then it just might go all the way. And I tweeted this one out at, I don't know, around 4 o'clock, I think, Eastern time. Waiting for the break to happen. The break happened, and it just went all the way, ATOS. I think it even got to 6-ish. Don't even know anymore, you know that, because so look at this. And these were the lines that we drew yesterday. So this 485 and this 509. And I tweeted watching ATOS. I am watching ATOS right now. And if I tweet watching ATOS, then I'm really watching ATOS. So I'm not doing anything at that point, but I was watching ATOS at that point. So all these levels are now from the past. Oh, this 485, not this 485, we put in this 485 also. So, but I really wanted this one to get above this 509, because on a daily, this is what we saw on the 509 mark. Just try to get there 3 times, 2.5 times, I think. And there also was some resistance here in this area, and could even see that better on a weekly. So it did not hold these levels here for 3 times, and this was Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, this was Friday. So it didn't get there again, and then we just said, okay, if it's going to break this 509, then there is only blue sky here. So that's difficult to trade, because normally I want to trade from level to level, and when it broke that 509, I tweeted it out. I am watching ATOS, and what I do then, I'm just going to put in the limit order just above it, because I'm above this 509 here. I don't want to buy this in resistance. So if it's in resistance and I don't want to buy it because, well, you never know. It hit this 575 here. Sorry, this 509 here. And if you put in a limit order just above that, then it just went all the way. More than $1 on a $5 stock. So this was the big win for me yesterday and really made my day. And then we also had our old friend CCL. So ATOS went all the way, but CCL did not. I also tweeted this one, FIVN. I'm watching the FIVN bounce. So you can see this on this chart here. This is the 1 minute chart. So it got up here, really touched the level here at 31.27, then fell down again. And I said, I'm going to watch the FIVN bounce. I want to see this one bouncing on FIVN. And then I cheated because it was not an exact bounce. It didn't touch the FIVN, but on my level 2, I saw a lot of buyers coming in. So I thought to myself, okay, if I'm going to buy this here, then FIVN will be my stop loss. So just under FIVN will be my stop loss. So I just got in here, tweeted that one out also, and then got out for 75% here and let it run just a little bit more to try to reach this target, which it did not. So this was just a small win for me, but a win is a win. And if you watch me on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, rather, then you know what I'm about to do or what I did do and what you can do with the levels that I give out. I'm not going to say every time that I'm going into something, but I really did yesterday because ATOS didn't just go and then was gone. It just slowly grinded up, and if it's something slowly grinding up and really is close to that level that I gave you, then you can just play the breakout. And if you did yesterday, you would have been a happy camper, I think. You want to increase my speed, Gene? Well, you can just wait and watch this video back and then play it on 1.5 speed. So this is what I do very slowly. I'm going to give you the levels the way I do, and if you like that, guys, then please hit that like. That's not for me, of course. You know that by now. This is all for Benzinga. We try to share this with you. I'm not going to sell you anything. I don't have a program. I don't have software. I don't have a war room. I don't have anything that I can sell. So I'm just doing this because I'm doing this anyway, every morning, every day. And the only thing that I'm doing now is that I'm talking to you out loud. So I had a watch list, and it's a few stocks came up there. So this is the watch list that we have today. iTube, DVN, FIVN, ARMK, Clough, Site, BNGO, Edu, ARMET, FCEL, Sense, MVIS, MRO, KO, SLB. So let's do this. Hope that was fast enough for you, Henry. So iTube, ITUB. This is, we talked about this one earlier, and I'm going to just get rid of those levels because look at this. This is the daily now for iTube. So this is craziness. I looked at this yesterday, but did not put it on a watch list, and I am ashamed that I didn't. It's because it tried to break these levels here, and now it's far above that. So this used to be resistance. So this used to be resistance 1, 2, 3 times, 3.5 times. So let me put in the right exact number for this one. So this was 635. This was 630. This was 637. So I'm going to go with 635 here. So if this resistance turns into support today, then you might just want to trade this one, but it has to stay above 60.35. And if you're really anxious about it, and you might also say, okay, 640 is good for me, but that's your support line here. And then just above it, there is, well, look at this. This is 633 at its low. So why not play it all the way to 717 then? Look a little bit at price action here also. So these are definitely levels that you need to hold today. With it just as a reversal long player, that's my main strategy. So I can also do the breakouts as I just showed you, or the FIVN. My main strategy is the reversal long, and what I want to see ideally is that it just gets to this level and then just trades back up. But there's no volume in this. Right now, but so this is all nothingness, what you see here. Just bear with me, guys, because I'm Thank you for that. I'm just going to play this quick video because I'm just having some problems with my channel.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you know, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
So I'm back, guys. Sorry for that. Just had some trouble in loading my charts here. Something was just lacking, and I'm just well, yes, that's I don't know why. So this is ITUB. That's what we're looking at, and this is the one. So finally, wow. Okay, so I gave you these 639, 635. Really have to hold on this one, and then well, you might just consider this also to be a level at this around the 650 mark, and the 650 mark is always a level on any stock, the 50 cent and a whole dollar for me at least. So but make sure that it stays above these levels, and then it's along all day long. We talked about cloth earlier. It's not getting up, trying to get up there, but really having some trouble. So let's just look at the daily level. You want this to be a second day runner. I know what I'm going to say here. Just trade this one on price action, because there are no sensible levels here. Same goes for BNGO, BNGO. Also a big move again yesterday. You don't want to see this one double topping. If you're a long bias and if you're short bias, then you are happy if you see this, because you can trade it all the way back to wherever you want. More than $1 move if this does not get up here. So this is a double top on the 5 minutes. So that's a sign that the stock normally is exhausted. So it might just be a short play for you for BNGO today, but watch this one during pre-market and until markets open, because it's just nice stock to trade. We traded this one around $100. So this is FIVN. Hey tournament, my Twitter handle is under this video. So this is FIVN. This is the trickle down that you don't want to see if you're long bias. So this is trending up, and now here hesitating a lot, and then used this 200 as some kind of support before, but just fell through it, and now you really have to watch this one if you are long bias. But if you want to play this one to the short side, then well, be my guest. I'm not the greatest short player in the world. I told you that before. I can, but my successes are really with the reversal long plays. So if you want to short this one, please be sure that this level here, 148.56, is not only a one-day resistance, but also here, and it's just watching consolidation station on a daily here. So really would watch 148.56 if you want to short this one. FCEL. This is FCEL after the move yesterday. Look at this. So are there any sensible levels to draw here? Well, that's going to be difficult. So price action will be the play here, and not going to call out any levels if there are no levels. More than once. So this is now defying all the Fibonacci rules that we have. So I'm going to erase all now. This is MVIS getting up here and really wants to try to go back to these levels here. I'm really curious about that. So this is something that you can trade on levels, because I want to see this high of day break here, 23.48. So that's a long way from home, but can move $2 a day. And definitely want to see that 22 holding also here. So you might even consider to see this 23 as a level to play the breakout. But ideally I want to see this one come down now to this 22 level and then find support here and then trade it back up for MVIS. So for MVIS, these levels are 22, 23, 23.50, nice round numbers, and then above 22.350, well, it just can go all the way to 25.75-ish. Really curious about MVIS, if it's going to do anything today that we might like. Then sites, this is a whole different ball game. So this big fall here, and then try to get back on its feet here on this area, and then fell down again. So still above its 200 SME. So you could say this is still a bullish play, but after seeing this, you really wonder if this will be the bottom here. And if it's not, then it just might fall all the way back to 152.48. So the levels here are 161, and then to the upside 168.43, and this level also is something to watch, 165.89, and this is 168.42. ARMK, same kind of pattern, not as dramatic as the other one, but we try to find different patterns every morning. So not only stocks that go up and you can trade up on price action, but also stocks that just went up and just might be now a possibility to buy. And if you're not day trading but swing trading, then well, if you see something like this happening, so this low is 35.63 and this low is 35.62. Do I need to tell you anything more than that? I don't, do I? So 35.63 will be the level here as a support. You really want to see this one holding, because if it doesn't, then 34.89 will be your next level on the downsides, because that's its 200 moving average here. It's not 70 cents. It can move 70 cents on a day, but there's a little double top here. So 36. The level for ARMK, sorry, 34.84 if you want to play this one to the downside as a short, but then 35.63 has to break first, and then your next level is 36.26, and then there will be some room to the upside, 36.64-ish. MRO. I'm gonna do some tickets later, guys, so just hold on, and I'm gonna do this one first. So this is just odd looking, isn't that not? you see something like this. You see something like this. You see something like this. Then you know what you're looking for. If you are a breakout player, then you just want to see this 14 level gone here. So 14 for the breakout, 13.99, 14. And if it does, you tell me where the next level is. So then this is just blue sky. It's always difficult to trade because I want to trade from one level to another so that I have a real target, but this might just be an ATOS play like yesterday. So stock goes up and then consolidation station, the other way around also can happen. So stock goes down and consolidation, stock goes up, consolidation. Then as always, two things can happen. You get bored of me saying this, but well, it's just how it is. So this is just indecisiveness here. Will it break to the downside or will it go up? Normally I'm betting on this one to go up, but you don't bet when you're a day trader and you're looking at levels like I do. So I'm just going to watch this one, see what it does. There has to be some volume coming in. It's not a big move, normally 50 cents a day, but you want to see a day like this, of course. And if you want to see like a day like this, then you have to see something volume like this. So this is what I have on all the time. So this is my volume. And we're always looking at relative volume. So this traded 15 million on this day. And now this is happening. So you want to see volume coming in like here. And it's relative volume. So you cannot say, okay, I want to see 20 million. It has to be more volume than the days before. And then something can happen on a stock like this. If we're looking at RSI, then it looks like it's tired, but so looking at the RSI is normally you look if it's above 70 or under 30, but if you're looking at stocks like these, then you can look back and you can say, okay, when it got here to this 80 level, only then it just went down. So if it's now around 70, then there is some room to still grow for this one. So only at 80 here, you get these sell-offs. So normally it's 70. Watch this one. If you're watching a stock like this, then you have to look at for volume, and you have to look for what's the RSI doing. And I'm doing that not right now. I'm going to do that during the day. So this is not a stock that's going to pop up in the first minute, and then you can trade it. I think I'm going to set my alert here. If it gets above the 30.99, then I might consider going in, but I'm going to look at volume because it just might be a fake breakout. Okay, KO, nothing doing in pre-market right now, no volume of anything. This is just really nice. Coca-Cola is not a big mover on a day. So 57 cents on a $56 stock. So you want to see some days like these, but Well, sometimes you put a stock on your watch list and then you think by yourself, why am I doing that? So I'm going to take it off. I'm not going to day trade it. Remove KO from the list. So that's how we do it. Fourth, price action Ford. Price action pre-market high Ford. That's how we traded this one before. And something also is happening here. So had a nice day here, and also now some kind of I don't know what to do station. So this is happening here. Still a nice range if you want to trade this between 50.69 and 60.46. It's still 80 cents on a $15 stock. That's enough for me. But you want to see this one holding now, 15.69. And if it doesn't, then you just can short it all the way to this level here, 15 exactly here, 15, or this one, 15.10, 15, around this level, 15. If you are a short player. Schlumberger also getting up there and now trying to decide what to do. So this is to move up, does not know what to do. And then 36.88 has to break here. So let's try to hold on to this level here, 35.55. So you don't want to see that one break now. So even if you're not a day trader, but if you're a swing trader, then just looking at these consolidations here, when the stock moved up in 3 days from 31, what's this? 31.95 all the way up to here to 36.64. So that's a big move on Schlumberger. SLB is, that's it. So if you're looking at this, if you're a day trader or a swing trader, this is always very interesting to see something like this. Everybody says, oh, I bought it here and I sold it here and I'm a millionaire now, but that's seldom the case. It was like that on ATOS yesterday, but it didn't make me a millionaire. But you always want to be in rips like this, but and if you want to be, then you have to really watch this one right now and the days ahead. So maybe it's not going today. It's no trading going on in pre-market, as you can see here on volume. There's no volume, but it just might go today or the days after this. DVN. We traded DVN here around the 25 mark, as you can see, and now it gapped up here. Almost double topped here. So you want to play the break here above 32-ish, 31.93. And this is also something that you want to watch. So this is 30.70 and this is 30.66. So I'm going to put in 30.65. Everything above 30.65 is a long. all the way to 31.93, and then maybe looking at the break, it can move $1 a day. If it's breaking this 30.65, then it just might get you into trouble or get you some money if you want to short this one all the way back to 29.74. Cents. We talked about cents for a while and it did not make any sense. Because this is an intraday and this is a pure price action trade. So you want to see volume coming in and you want to see price action coming in. Right, how are we doing on the likes front? Are we good on Christian? Yeah, we almost finished our watch list and I'm gonna do Fisker. So this is, let's look, Edu. Okay, we talked about this one in this area here, and the purple line, oh yeah, is it purple or is it pink? Well, it's different kind of color. It's a level, but it's not an except, it's more an area of resistance. So you could can see what happened there, and we're now far off that level, so I'm going to erase all here. And if you want to trade this long, then the trend is not your friend here, because, well, you see this is happening. But at the same time, I see something like this here. Is this, or is it? So is this kind of bottoming out here, or am I just hoping that it will on this move here? Can move $1 a day. It's an $8 stock. So it can make you some money. You really, this is a difficult one. So it gapped down here, and tries to get back here to this gap up. So this, but it did not get up from this one. So sometimes you have to put in some difficult ones, and this is a difficult one for me to day trade, because these levels are not just levels that you can trust on blindly. So I'm gonna call the levels, because that's what I do. If it gets above this 911, then there's a lot of room to the upside, I think, because the next level that you really have is this 950 after this big fall here. So this is not something that you have to take into account. So 950 will be the level to the upside. So 810, 911, 950, and then 770, but you don't want to go all that far. You don't want to go that low, because if you're long bias, but if you're short bias, and if you want to go short in this 810, then you're 40 cents before you get to the next support level. And if it breaks this 770 also, then you, well, all the way back. ARMK. Okay, so this is interesting. This line, I don't know where this line comes from, so that's just an intraday line, I think, that I drew a while back. Or did I? I don't know. Or did I draw it just now? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. real low floater, 9.6 million. So can really make some big moves on a day, or not. So it can make big moves on a day, but for long I want to see this 983 breaking. But on the downside, I don't have anything to play off other than this 641, but it's a long way from where it's now. So that's a breakout play for me, and just want to see this 983 breaking. Anything to the downside, I don't trust for our mat. It's 7 minutes before the show ends, guys. So Fisker. We played this one at the 12 level and at the 14 level, and well, it seems that it just wants to go. It wants to go all the way. Ta-da! So it seems that it reached some kind of resistance here. Or did it? Yeah, 1815 looks like something that it has some trouble with. So it's now at 1760, so you can play this. So this is just too big a move to the downside to be into this one. So you want to see this one above this 1747 level. At least that's what I'm thinking, and maybe it falls down first, and you want to see the 1691 holding. So the levels for Fisker are 1691 support, 1747 support, 1815 resistance, and after 1815, then you can just play it all the way up to 19-ish. So you want to play this as a breakout, then you keep your eye on 1815. If you want to play this one as a reversal trade, then you can play this from 1747 if this one's holding. If it goes all the way back to 1691, and this is something that you want to see holding, this level here. Seems a little bit unlikely, but well, you never know. 70 cents, and these are always levels. So this is post-market close, and this is pre-market open, the blue one. So be sure that that you put those in your own platforms also. Well, yeah, everybody talked about this one yesterday, so why not? BBIG. No, not everyone, of course. But I saw a lot of those, a lot of people talking about this one. So, okay, it's trying to get there right now. So this is post-market high here. This is now, it's trying to get above its post-market high. So this is the 1 minute chart that you're looking at right now. So this is post-market. This is live trading. If you want to trade this one right now, it just got above its 485. So it got above this one, this post-market high, and above this jump here. And looking good on a 5 minute here. There is only 8,000 shares now traded, so I'm not going to trade something small like that in pre-market. So you really have to watch this one during pre-market. So in the next few hours, this 485 line is now no longer in place, I think. So not with a lot of volume, but normally 9 out of 10 stocks, the smaller ones at least, and this is considered to be a small one. So 9 out of 10 stocks do this, pop up in pre-market, and then something like this happens. So they hover around and then go down, and only till markets open, and then you have to watch price action. So a lot of times something like this happens. So if this stock behaves differently than most stocks, and then it's of course interesting to see what it does. So no volume at all, so you cannot trade. I will not trade this here. We looked at this one earlier, so now this 485 is a level, but it just broke that. So it was resistance, and maybe it's now support. If this 485 becomes support, then it's stronger than any other support. So if resistance turns into support and the other way around, then it's a strong level. Keep that in mind. So it broke this 485 for now. Keep your eye on that, and then your next target here is 522. Let's see if it breaks that too, and if it breaks that too, then you can go all the way to 636. So this is a breakout play. You don't want to see this one go weak during market open or during pre-market. So if this just 10% goes down after this spike here, then this was just a false breakout. This just might be a double top for me here right now in the next 4 minutes. You never know, but keep this one on your screen during pre-market and see what it does. And maybe you can just play it at 7 o'clock or at 8 o'clock Eastern time, when more trading platforms are open. And you can really trade this. So not all trading platforms are open at 4 o'clock, as you may know. So BBIG is certainly interesting. The levels that I've drew in now are not per se the levels that you have to look at during markets open, but I will do this stock when I do my 7:30 show. So the 7:30 show is just an update show on all the stocks that we talked about, but also I'm bringing in some new stocks if there is reason to do that. It's at 7:30 Eastern time. Follow me on Twitter and you can see when that show's on, and it's at 1:30 Amsterdam time. Okay, let's see. Do likes, guys. So if you don't like me, but you do like Benzinga, then please hit that like also, because Benzinga is really trying to grow bigger and bigger. We passed that 100,000, and MT on the daily. Double top forming. Well, This was 33.98 clearly is a level of resistance here. It's just it's moving 80 cents on average a day, so that's just spotted around here. So you want to see some volume coming in order to trade this one. So this was a so-called big trading day for this one on that day, and it only got, you got 76 cents out of this one. That's enough, of course, but if it does something like this then I'm trading for a day trader, that's not something that you are interested in. And this spotted play here, these spots here are difficult to read. So 31.97 and 33.98 are the levels for ArcelorMittal if you want to play this one. Yeah, we do that. Of course we do. TCNNF. Well, that's a nice one. Accra USD. Can move $1.12 on a day, a $40 stock. Seems to have a lot of problems in deciding where to go, because it's just here in this range for some time now. A lot of resistance here also. So this blue one is the 50, this green one is the 9, and this yellow one is the 20. So as a day trader, it's a difficult one to day trade, but if you see that's in this trading range like it is right now, and you like to swing trade something like this, then you just don't go wrong here and trade it in a $5 range as a swing trade. So you could do that. But as a day trader, I have some, this is a 65 move this day. It's supposed to be a rather big move here, but I can see what you're looking at. So this is your next big resistance here, 40.29. And you want to see these levels here holding, so 38.41 and 38.82. So guys, it's 5 minutes past 11. It's 5 minutes past 5 in Eastern time. It's 5 minutes past 11 in Amsterdam. This was the big ticker show today. So that was a package delivered. It was the end of the show, but I just want to say, be sure that if you want to trade these levels and you want to see what I'm doing with it, or what I did with it, then follow me on Twitter, because I will tweet out what I did based on these levels. So I give full accountability. I'm not the after the fact Fred, but I'm just saying I'm calling out these levels. I'm going to say what I'm going to do with it. Trade the reversal long, trade the breakout, and during trading I will tweet these, and I will also say if I'm watching something, then I'm watching something because it's maybe close to the levels that I gave you. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can be sure that you have your own trading strategy. This show is for information purposes only, and this show is only going to stay on if you hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this with your friends. And if you're watching this later in the day, because a lot of you people do, I know, more people do than they watch live, but then just hit that like. It's just 1 second out of your day. And if you're watching this on Twitter, it's for Benzinga. It's good for Benzinga. That's what we need. So please, 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 please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and share this with your friends. I will see you all at 7:30 on my own little channel, and otherwise I will see you tomorrow with show at 4 a.m. Eastern time. Thanks for watching, and end this one now. Thank you.